Live from New York City, it's Wendy Williams. Today, the wildly funny Sandra Bernhard stops by, letting loose on your favorite celebrities and her one-woman show, Sandyland. Plus, Lloyd Boston shares this fall's must-have accessories and all the latest juicy hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you so much. Studio audience, welcome. Thank you for being here. My co-host. How you doing? I feel well rested. All right, so we have a fantastic show for you. You know, Drake is caught in another feud. And there's some shocking allegations about the Jackson family that we'll talk about. Plus, I'm gonna break down for you last night's Dancing with the Stars. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you very much. So, did you watch Dancing with the Stars last night? Yes. It was a good episode. All the dancers paid tribute to the most memorable year of their lives. So Snooki was a real standout. She might win this. I'm not sure. Look how he's just flinging her and spinning her. That's the thing about... But you know, all those pickups and spins add to the dramatic effect. And then all that jumping that she's doing. Look at her. I mean, She said that the most memorable year of her life was the year that her son was born, and we know her son is about maybe 1 right now, and she said that her son completely changed her life, that she loves doing laundry and taking care of her family, and she got a 27 score. Not bad. At all. And then Leanne Rhyme said that, Leanne, Leanne, we're gonna talk about you later on in the show, though. Leah Remini, everybody said the most memorable year of her life is this one because it's when she broke free from Scientology. Wow. She better stop talking about those people. I mean, while it's juicy and I love how brave she is, and we never knew like a lot of the inner workings unless you like read blogs and stuff, but she's an actual insider. I'm just nervous that we're gonna find her headless in an alley someplace. You know, that's a dangerous group, I'll bet. Anyway, she got the lowest score last night, 22 points. And the judges say that she and Tony messed up the lifts. Yeah, the lifts weren't that good, Tony. Always trying to lift somebody. And then Christina Milian, who looked hot. Anyway, right? She said that her most memorable year was in 2012. It was bittersweet because that was the year that her daughter was born, but also the year that she found out her husband, the Dream, was cheating on her. Subsequently, they got a divorce. So that's single, if you're interested. You look cute over there, Christina Milian, although I still don't think it's fair that girls like you are on Dancing with the Stars because you are a dancing performer, and so you have a leg up. Anyway, she did get her first 10 last night. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to save her, so she was eliminated at the end of the show. I know she was happy. Oh, not all. You mean, yay, I got my life back. The interesting thing is I had no idea that Christina is friends with Paris Hilton. Paris was there to support Christina. And as Brooke Burke is talking to her, the most important thing for you to notice is that Paris is always posing. Just look. You have to love her. Just look.
Can you dance? I can dance, but I can't dance like her. She has some moves.
You know, I know just the perfect place. I mean, you could pick a pro over there, and we could probably hook you up here in the ballroom, you know.
Try it out one time, maybe.
Thanks for being here with us, Paris. All right, when we come back, Corbin and Karina dance for someone very special in his life.
You have to love her. She knows what she's doing, and she knows that we laugh at it, but after a certain point, you have to respect her for just owning what she does. Pose, pose. So after Dancing with the Stars, I always watch the 10 o'clock news. That's the last thing I do before I go to bed. And so I was watching the Fox 5 10 o'clock news here in New York. And I came across a story that I really wanted to share with you. It's this phenomenon called vocal fry. Do you know what that is? Well, Paris, you pretty much started it. Brittany, you continued it. And the Kardashians, you all are sick with it. It's this popular way that young girls talk. Okay. Well, look, I bought the clip from the TV, so take a look, and then we'll talk.
The Kardashians do it.
Yes. That looks disgusting.
A slow, raspy way of talking that has come to be known as vocal fry.
Vocal fry is a style of speaking that involves a kind of a low fluttering of the vocal cords that creates a creaky sound to it.
Though this way of talking, vocal fry, certainly has its critics, linguists say young women may be doing it to sound more authoritative.
Like totally. Yeah.
Here's the thing. It doesn't sound authoritative, it sounds less than smart. Nobody wants to hire you, vocal frying. Guys don't want to take you to the smushing room, vocal fry. And you can't compare yourself to these celebrities that you see doing it, because if you're in college right now and you're watching in your dorm room, you realize that after you trick up your parents' mom at university or money at the university, you have to go out and get a job. And this right here, it's not gonna cut it. When you add this, it's just ridiculous. I don't like the vocal frying, but you know what else I don't like? I don't like when grown women talk baby talk, which the most loved Kardashian, Khloe, she does that baby talk thing. Ugh. Anyway, moving along. You know, Drake has this tour, but it's already hit a rough start, and it hasn't even started. Drake was set to begin the tour, you know, here in the fall. Singer Miguel was supposed to be on tour with him, and also the hip-hop artist Future. Future happens to be the boyfriend of friend of the show, Sierra. According to the New York Post, the plans came to a halt when Future insulted Drake during an interview with Rolling Stone magazine. Now, see, wait until I tell you how much money Future stood to make from this tour. Future says to Rolling Stone, Drake made an album that is full of hits, but it doesn't grab you. They're not possessive. They don't make you feel the way I do. Well, after hearing that comment, what do you think Drake did? Kicked him off the tour. Now, I couldn't even believe this was a big debate this morning in my producers' meetings. Some people were like, oh, Drake's acting like light skin. And, you know, in my community, that means you think you're better than other people. Anyway, Drake is acting light skinned, and he really does need to get over it and keep Future on the tour. Future was reportedly set to make $40,000 per show. I agree with Drake. I think that Future, and I'm sure you're a very nice man, but less than smart for saying something like that to Rolling Stone magazine. That's kitchen table talk. And what is it? Billboard. Okay, not Rolling Stone. Same difference, though, in terms of, wow, you just don't. And then Future's people said that was something that was said behind the scenes and wasn't meant for interview. But yeah, you have to watch what you say. I would have thrown you off the tour also. Now Future is suing Drake because Future was supposed to be making $40,000 per date, adding up to a payday on this tour of $1.5 million. But you have to admire, I guess, Future for just, you know, I guess walking away from the tour. Oh my gosh, I'm stuttering. Walking away, because I want to say the right thing. You know, I admire somebody who has passion for what they do. Even though passion was putting his foot in his mouth and subsequently got him thrown off the tour, but at least he said it like he meant it. You know? And I like Drake, but if that's the way the guy felt, well, then he just missed out on a $1.5 million payday. Future reportedly is worth $2.5 million, and you ain't even know it. That's a song. Anyway, moving on to the Jackson family. Insiders are saying that there's this family insider who's spilling the secret to what's going on with the Jacksons. So it's time for your Jackson update. I'll explain. All right, so there's this guy, and his name is Stacey Brown. Stacey is a family insider, according to him, and he revealed some shocking secrets about the Jacksons to the New York Post. And this has been going on from Sunday to Monday, and then there's something in there today, and hopefully there'll be more tomorrow. Anyway, he calls the Jacksons dysfunctional, jealous, and broke. He also said that in 2003, the family allegedly depended on Janet for food. Janet was endorsing, allegedly, she had a deal with the fast food chain Baja Fresh. That's more of a West Coast thing than it is here, but it's like Chipotle, you know. But not morning, noon, and night and every day. He says that Janet allegedly gave meal cards to the entire family, everyone, including Rebe. And Stacey says that everyone was living off of the Baja Fresh for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a full 2.5 weeks while he was allegedly staying in the house with them. He also revealed, this is according to this guy Stacey, that Mrs. Jackson, Catherine, was very resentful of Michael's relationship with Elizabeth Taylor because Michael treated Elizabeth like a mother. And when Catherine would go and visit Michael's house, she was allegedly not too fond of sitting wherever Liz did. I guess also drinking. Did she use this cup? Well, I don't want to use this either. Like, you know, she didn't like Elizabeth Taylor in that way. So I don't know how much credibility this guy Stacey has, but I do know that he has written a couple of books about the Jackson family, and he seems to know a lot, according to him. So keep the stories coming, Stace. Yeah. Well, Lamar Odom and his father, Joe, apparently have mended their relationship. Remember, it was late last month that we were telling you that, leave that man alone, okay? Leave him alone. Last month, Joe lashed out at the Kardashians and blamed his son's issues, the alleged drugs and, you know, whatnot, on the Kardashian family. Well, it looks like they've buried the hatchet. According to TMZ, Joe and Lamar have reportedly been spending time together, which is terrific. You know, it's terrific. I mean, Joe went through his battle with heroin, allegedly, you know, back in the day. And, you know, Lamar's going through whatever he's going through right now. And so they can help one another. But they're two very important people in Lamar's life that he does need to kind of catch up with. And that's his children, who live here in New York with their baby's mother. Now, Destiny is 13, so you know how a girl needs her father and mother, like everybody on deck at 13. And then the boy, Lamar Jr., is 10, old enough to understand these drug allegations when the scandal broke and the scandal's constantly surrounding them. And at 10 and 13, I'm sure their friends are mean enough to say things like, well, your daddy's an alleged crackhead, or whatever they say. So, you know, he reportedly was supposed to fly here to New York to see them recently, but he bailed at the last minute. Not good. All right, Lamar. All right, Lammy. Heidi Klum and Seal, they are not getting back together, but they have definitely, I guess, smoothed out the rough part of getting divorced. They were spotted kissing this past weekend. And not just any kiss, it was a double cheek kiss. Well, they reunited in Malibu. Their daughter's 4th birthday was the big celebration, and it's nice that they were able to come together, even if they still have issues with one another. That's nice, right? Yeah. I love them together as a couple. The last time we saw them together, though, was back in 2012 when they were going through that ugly divorce. And remember, Heidi claimed that she wanted to get away from Seal because he has an explosive temper. That temper does look like it explodes, doesn't it? And then she accused him of fornicating with the help, who turned out to be the bodyguard, Martin. I don't know why they hired Martin in the first place. Like, Martin is a very nice-looking man in a menacing way, you know? And he's got a nice body and everything. You should have hired, like, security guards like what Donald Trump has and Hugh Hefner. Old guys who can't run, but I bet they can shoot. Yeah, look at that, the bodyguard. That is kind of dirty, but I bet you Seal is angry, screaming all the time. Leanne Rhymes, here's your story. So Leanne's ex-husband, Dean, is finally speaking out about the affair that Leanne had with Eddie Cibrian and subsequently married him. Yes, well, she was married when she met Eddie, and Eddie was married when he met Leanne. Remember the set of Northern Lights? That's the movie that brought them together. Well, Dean is 32. Oh, a little boy. Ooh, a man. Dean is 32, and he says that Leanne called him one day and said, Us Weekly magazine may have a picture of me and Eddie Cibrian kissing. Well, all the drama unfolded from there. So then Dean never saw it coming, he said. He said they were always together. He was like her manager, her father, her everything. They were constantly together. So the whole affair, oh, Dean. No, his life turned out well. He has children and he's married and I guess living a normal life. The problem is, Dean, is that nobody could compete with Eddie Cibrian. Would you look at him? I think he is beautiful. But he's not the kind that you keep, because doesn't he look like a whole lot of trouble? I mean, if I ever meet him, I'm not gonna look at him directly in the eyes, because my clothes just might drop. No, but he is, his squinty eyes. He and Leanne look like more of a match, by the way, because she has the squinty eyes too. And that dimple is everything. And did I tell you he's like 6'2"? Yes, exactly. I'm sorry, Dean, but it's Eddie. Anyway, Leanne couldn't resist tweeting Dean's comment, and so here's what she said. She said, I've got nothing over it. Long ago, next, I mean really. Like, Dean, stop talking is what she's saying. But no, you never get over Leanne, come on now, girl. You never get over something like that. Yeah. Anyway, do you love Chef Gordon Ramsay? Yeah, me too. Which one of his 150 shows is your favorite? I love them all. Anyway, he recently worked really hard outside of the kitchen. Here's our hot shot of the day. Take a look. That's 46. And he recently competed in an Ironman race in Hawaii. Now, you know what the Ironman is, don't you? It's more than just a run. It's like exhausting. It's 26.2 miles to run, and then 112 miles biking, and then 2.4 miles swimming in the ocean, which is more difficult than swimming in the pool. And he finished in 14 hours, 4 minutes, and 48 seconds. So good for him. I recently met him, and I had no idea. First of all, I knew it was under his clothes because when I met him and I hugged him, you could feel, wow, he doesn't eat a lot. Like he's, you know, like he keeps himself in shape. And also, he's another tall one. You know, he's like 6'3". I had on my big shoes and he was taller than me. Yeah. Hey, Chef. Anyway, I recently shared with you that I'm writing this sexy new romance novel, which actually is finished. I just need a title, and then I need to add you into it. Okay, the book is gonna be my 7th book, and it's about a successful lawyer. Her name is Kimberly Kind. It takes place here in New York City, and Kimberly Kind gets involved with a sexy bad boy named King. Ooh. I know, I like that name too. That is not the title. None of this is real. I'm waiting for you to help me title it. All right, so by the way, King happens to be white, and he's hot, but he's everything that she never thought she'd be with. You know, she's well educated and, you know, very well appointed, and she meets him in a, anyway. If, I was telling you rather that if your title gets picked, then I'm gonna rate you in as a character in the book. Cute, right? I like that concept. So, I received thousands of suggestions, and here are the finalists. I really do love these titles. I have 5 of them. Number 1, Hold Me in Contempt. In Love's Defense. In Too Deep. Wait, hold on, hold on. Number 4, king of her heart. And finally, law of seduction. I had such a juicy time writing the book, but to vote for your favorite title of the ones that I just read, please go to my Facebook page, and I'm gonna announce the winning title in a few weeks, okay? And then write you into the book if you're the winner. We have a great show for you today. Fashion expert Lloyd Boston is here. He's gonna show us the must-have accessories for fall. But up next, the always enjoyable Sandra Bernhard is here. Stay with us. Welcome back. Our first guest is a funny, cool lady. She's an actress. She's a comedian. Please welcome Sandra Bernhard. Such a bad girl. Nice to see you again.
Hey, it's always good to see you.
Oh my gosh.
You bring me up.
Thank you.
You take me to higher places.
Thank you.
When I'm feeling down, when I feel like I'm just about ready to give up on life, I turn on Wendy Williams. I say, thank God, praise the Lord. Wendy has taken me up.
Life is hard out there.
It is hard, you know, and we're blessed.
But yep,
Hashtag blessed.
But it's nice to have a job where you can bring people joy. Being a comedian must be the bee's knees.
Well, it's the best. You make people laugh.
Yeah.
And you know, you inspire people.
Yeah.
And when you hit that stage, you want to just bring it. you know?
Yeah. It's electric. So tell us about your tour. What's it called?
Sandyland.
Love it.
It's kind of like a ride through my world.
Yes.
And I take you there. I take you there musically, comedically.
Really?
Yeah, you know, I have my band, the Flawless Zircons.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you do
'Cause
wardrobe
I don't
changes?
play with diamonds, honey. Only zircons.
Zircons.
Because if they get stolen, I don't care.
Do you write your jokes and really?
I write everything. And then I draw from life. My girlfriend, who I've been together with 14 years, is super funny. So we are always funny. And now...
Is she a comedian?
No, she's a writer.
Sarah is her name, everybody.
Yeah. But my daughter is now editing my shows.
Really?
Oh, yeah, because I did this one piece about going to buy duck for Christmas. And it was like a long story. And I walked off stage, she goes, we've got to edit that piece. It's too long, and it's not funny. I was like, she busted me down. That's an old picture of my child.
Very old.
That's like around her bat mitzvah time. She's so much taller now.
Yeah.
She's on the volleyball team, honey. I never thought my Jewish daughter would play volleyball. Spike it, babe.
So she's 15.
She's 15.
Do you talk to her about boys?
No, we don't talk about boys. The kids
Really?
don't talk that way anymore.
They don't?
First of all, I don't even know what she's talking about because she's texting.
Do you ever run her phone when she goes to sleep?
No, we don't do that. We have total faith in her. We lay down the ground rules. She's a New York City girl. She maneuvers the streets.
Yeah.
She keeps in touch with us. She texts us and lets us know exactly where she is at all times. And we just have faith in her. You got to give the kids faith, because if you don't, they'll never find their footing. They'll always be off balance.
But she doesn't have to know you're looking in her telephone.
But I can't anyway. She's got her code. I can't.
But you pay the bill.
I'm not going to break the code. I can't break the code.
I can teach you
We have
how.
the code of honor.
Because when he goes to bed, that's my job.
Listen,
Tip in his room.
they're all going to have their moments. They're all going to
Yeah.
do things that we don't want them to do.
Yeah.
I never did. I never smoked. I never drank. I never did drugs. I was just one of those kids.
Aww.
And I still haven't. I haven't even had sex, so, you know, no.
Did you, have you read the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy?
I have not read the 50 grades of shade.
Okay, so, but have you been following the drama with the movie?
Well, yeah, I've heard about it because I follow you.
Yo!
So I know the lead guy fell out, the guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
He dropped out. He got cold feet, honey, and everything shriveled up. It's like, in ice water.
Did you know that Dakota, who's Melanie Griffin and Don Johnson's, she's playing Anastasia,
Yes.
the female lead, and she allegedly has banned her mother from coming to the set.
Well, would you want your mother to watch you have sex?
I don't want my mother on the set, period. Like,
No.
Melanie, let your girl fly. She's 26.
You know, Mel, I know Mel, we're friends. And Melanie is like, she's worried about her daughter. It's Hollywood, you know.
Yeah.
Melanie's been there. So, you know what I mean? She's afraid for her daughter.
Gotcha. So your advice would be stay on the set.
Well, no, my advice would be let her do her thing. I mean,
Yeah.
she is. She's a grown-up now. It's too late, you know.
Yeah.
I would stop this right from ever happening.
Right? I read all three, and the sex was a bit ridiculous.
What is it? What's it supposed to be? Please
S&M,
walk me through
bondage,
it.
torture rooms, chambers.
Oh, come
the guy,
on. Who has time and who can afford it? I mean, really?
But I'm going to see that movie. So, back to the joke writing and being a comedian.
Yeah.
Roseanne, you remember Sandra was on Roseanne's show. The two have been friends for years.
Still in touch and love her dearly. I know that the what's his name ripped her off.
Chuck Lorre.
Yeah, because that joke, I went to see Roseanne about 4 or 5 years ago.
Men.
Here's the joke. I'm dry in places where I used to be wet, and I'm wet in places where I used to be dry.
And Chuck Lorre had that written into the show, and the line was delivered by Ashton Kutcher.
Well, it's so funny because I wrote a line in my book, Love, Love, and Love, and the line was, love is the only shocking act left on the face of the earth. And he read that line in Valentine's Day, because that writer stole my line.
So you all, as comedians, you don't take it as an homage? You get very offended when people steal your work?
I mean, for me, it was a little different because it was in a movie, and it was not a funny line. But for Roseanne, that was such a... That, you know, it was about menopause.
Yeah.
It was very specific and a brilliant line. I wouldn't want my line to show up on some sitcom that a man said. It doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
Unless Ashton Kutcher's going through menopause. He might after everything he's been through. I don't know.
Do you know Demi?
I know. Of course I know Demi.
She's been having a hard time letting go.
Well, you know, it ain't gonna happen again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Let's get real. You know what I mean? But we all knew at some point a 24-year-old boy is gonna wake up and say, hey, I want kids, I want a family.
I've been trying to tell her that through the TV.
No, baby. It's just not.
Yeah.
You know, I used to see them at Kabbalah when I was still going. And there was like a whole crazy thing, you know, Red Bull, coffee, everybody's jacked up, crazy. Running on some sort of fumes, and you know, eventually when you come down off that, you're like, oh my God, I'm here, I'm in my living room, and I'm with this person.
And my eggs are rotten, and he's gonna wanna have kids.
Yeah,
And
that's it. You know, you're out the door, and men can't be controlled. You cannot hold a man back unless you kill him.
Everybody keep it here. Up next, we're gonna talk about Sandra's latest project, which I can't believe an edgy girl like you has such a great project.
Right.
And I'm gonna ask her about more of the latest hot topics, because I like her opinion.
Yeah.
Next. And this is all before noon.
They're cute.
Yeah.
You're cute.
My co-host.
You're cute.
So we're back with Sandra Bernhard, and she's got a new role on television. Tell us all about
It's
Switched at Birth.
ABC Family Switched at Birth.
Look at you on ABC Family.
And if you ever would have asked me 5 years ago, 2 years ago, would I be on ABC Family? But it's very hip. They've written me on as an art instructor for which girl's Bae? The dark or the light? The light-haired girl. Okay, she's an artist on the show, right? She wants to be. Okay, I'm going to be her art instructor. And they've written me on as this very hip, famous artist who sort of like wants to like get away and just teach.
So how does Cicely feel about that, your daughter?
Oh, she doesn't watch ABC Family, honey. We were watching W last night, the film about George W. Bush.
Oh, wow.
And she was pulling it apart, analyzing the political ramifications of George Bush's Oedipal complex.
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
My,
honey.
Cicely.
I was like, She was blowing my mind last night.
So, all right, this thing about Madonna being banned from a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Well, it's funny because my girlfriend has friends who are, she used to work at Vanity Fair, has friends at Vanity Fair who were at the screening where she was texting during the movie. It was 12 years of slavery.
Oh, wow. And
I mean, you don't be texting during 12 years of slavery, honey.
And it's a screening. This is a
It was a special screening, you know, for a celebrity screening. And I guess she snuck in and was like texting and doing work during the movie. And I don't want to like critique, because honey, we have our old relationship, but I know that you know it can get crazy now.
Yeah. What do you make of the gloves? Do you wear the gloves? Are you conscious of your hands? You know what that is. In my mind, I'm thinking because she has wrinkly hands. So.
Well, you know what? We got it. Honey, I get claustrophobic with gloves. It's like you have a dry winter foot. People say, "Oh, wear some lotion in the sock at night." I wake up, I'm like, I feel like I've been thrown into prison. My feet are. I need freedom with my hands and my feet. Take it as it is. And the little wrinkly. I put some Nivea on backstage. Hot Nivea.
That works.
They got hot Nivea at Wendy for me, for my black ass.
Keep clapping, everybody. This is our friend Sandra Bernhard. And check out her in the show.
Yes.
Switched at Birth on ABC Family.
Yes, I'll be coming up in January. And if you're in New York City, come see me at Joe's
Pub.
December 26th through New Year's Eve.
She does that every year. Go to wendyshow.com for all Sandra's tour dates.
My whole life is here at Wendy's.
And I have a question for you. Would you let your ex-boyfriend take nude photos of you? We'll talk about it next on Ask Wendy.
What?
Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Nikki, and I want nude photos taken of myself during my pregnancy, and I have a great photographer in mind. However, he's one of my exes. My concern is that my child's father would probably flip if he knew I wanted to hire my ex to do my photos.
Yes.
My ex is a great photographer. He's good, and he would cut me a really good deal. Should I hire my ex behind my man's back to take nude photos of myself?
Have you lost your mind? Are we seriously having this conversation right now? Absolutely not. This is a horrible idea. Of course your man would flip, and he'd have a right to. Second of all, an ex is always trying to do something just to get that last dig. I don't care how good of a photographer he is. Sometimes men can be childish. He'd be the type maybe to keep the pictures and to show your boyfriend that he has them. This is how, whose baby is this? This is your current boyfriend.
Yes.
All right, you want to keep him current. Go and pay full price someplace and get the pictures taken.
Thanks.
And let's never have this conversation again. Up next, we've got fashion expert Lloyd Boston to show us the fall's hottest accessories. Easiest way to spice up your fall wardrobe is just add some new accessories. And here to show us how to do it for this season is the author of the Style Checklist, our friend, fashion expert Lloyd Boston. Welcome back.
Hey, good to see you.
Okay, what are we looking for fall?
You're looking for accessories that are not going to break your pocketbook.
Right.
But you want great pieces. She said yes. We want great pieces that are going to, you know, they come in and out of style. So everything on the table is pretty much $100 or less.
Yes.
All right?
What is this?
This is a necklace, but it's also a piece of art. So these are strips of recycled T-shirts. Right, so eldenoirdesigns.com, it's around $50.
Oh.
But you can do it at an art gallery, a wine tasting, and really jazz up a simple piece. I'll show you how to do it later.
Okay.
Right?
And now what do we have going on down here?
These pieces on this side are from Pono. It's a Maasai, kind of African-inspired necklace. And these are Italian resin bangles. They're $25 each on the bangles. And this is the color blocking trend. So you can color block your own outfit, make it yours.
Yeah.
And I love this here. That's wooden. Now
This is wood?
This is wood. And this is from a cool thing. It's called rocksbox.com.
Oh.
And it's like Netflix,
Yeah.
but for accessories. So starting at $15 and up a month, it's like a membership, and you can change your accessories out.
Textured hose. What are we?
We're talking about camo and military here. This has gone in and out for decades.
I have none. I need some so badly.
So $99 here, Zappos.com. On the pump, keep it sexy so it doesn't look like an Army Navy store.
Yeah.
These are from Hue, and we're talking about anywhere from $12 to $25 for texture types.
Okay. Let's move to
Try
the
these
sunglasses.
on. Aren't these great?
These are great.
And you know, the most stylish women have sunglasses and great.
These are good.
And you need them all year round. It's not just for the summer. Glasses.com. So you can go there, take a selfie, and you can try on virtually as many styles as you want. And they have thousands of different styles, and it's cool. So they start at $49 and up, and they have a 3D fit technology.
Okay, let's talk about these shoes. Pardon me, I noticed they're size 11s.
Is that you?
Can I put it on?
Yeah, go ahead, try it. I'll just keep talking while she does that. But
I won't skip it.
yeah, these are great. They're from Mango. They're only going to run you around $80. Plaid is a huge trend. Whether you go punk or preppy, this is a great way to go. She's making her way around.
Yeah, no, you know what?
Give it up.
Can I buy these from you?
Yeah, oh, please.
Mango from JCPenney?
Yeah, you got it. There you go.
This is the Cruz sisters line. You know, Penelope and her sister Monica. This is their line.
Fashionista.
Yeah,
and
well,
a little plaid on the wrist is hard to find. These are really cool. Colorbyamber.com. And they're under $25.
Gee, they look like they go with my new shoes.
Okay, well, good. We'll put them in the back. Now, we know you love faux fur because it's animal friendly.
Yes.
I love that as well. This is from BB. It's around $60.
Nice.
It's a stole you can work, right?
I haven't heard that
A
word
stole,
since
right?
Grandma.
I know, right? So then we have a great little lamb clutch for evening. And
That
you gotta
is
have a
cute.
great evening bag. You don't want to bring that 9 to 5 bag after 6.
Yeah, no.
And I love this. This is from shoplately.com. Okay, speaking of trends,
I haven't been
menswear
able to
is
get
back.
into it.
You can't do it?
I can't, not the hats.
All right, this is Mango also.
Yeah, I know,
And I
it's
love it
cute.
around $40, 40 gangsters, kind of that gangster lean.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's very how you doing if you don't do it the right way.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to go too masculine.
Right.
You want to mix it up with something feminine. I'm going to show you how to do it. You know how it works.
Yes, I
and
do.
then bright, bold colored leather. So this is from INC, around $100. That money green. Skinny belt.
Yes.
$38 also. These are both from Macy's, but the trick is skinny belt. You got to be careful. The wider the woman, the wider the belt.
I always say that.
Right, you don't want that dental floss look,
No.
right? Around the middle. You know that look.
You know.
So if you don't have a perfect waist, go a little wider,
Get it
ladies.
wider.
It works, yeah, so good.
I have loved this man for years. His tips are so inspiring. So up next, Lloyd is going to stay with us, and he's going to show us how to incorporate all these accessories into your wardrobe. We're going to have a little fashion show next with Lloyd. Fashion expert Lloyd Boston is still with us. Lloyd is about to show us how we're going to incorporate the fall's must-have accessories into our wardrobe. So let's get the fashion show started. And as usual, our models are members of the Wendy audience. Erin, come on, audience. Erin, come on out.
See, there it is. Doesn't that look great? Wouldn't you want to know who she was? You would totally want to know who that girl was because she's daring. Now, all the clothes today, all of our looks are from Macy's. So these are runway-looking clothes that are affordable, but that necklace really comes to life. Notice we pulled the hair back. We didn't want to go Fraggle Rock on you. We wanted to keep it real simple. And notice the clutch bag we showed, the simple little leather black dress is by Rachel Roy, around $159. Her shoes are Enzo Angelini. And again, we're not matching black shoes. We're mixing it up, ladies.
Those are navy blue?
They're kind of a purple, like an eggplant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's artful.
She's got the look. I'd want to know better. Yeah. Thank you, Erin.
I love it. Very Tatiana Ali, right?
Very Tatiana Ali.
Cute.
Thank you, Erin. I know she's happy. She loves football. It's football season. All right, so Carson's our next model, and she's a fashion student and a lacrosse player.
Work, Carson. Look at you. Yeah, she's owning it. See? She's bringing the hat to life. This is a sapphire-colored wrap dress from Ralph Lauren. And again, we put the hat on top, but notice everything else is very feminine. She's also working the stole. She's got the bangles on.
I love her look.
And it's not too much. Think about Sex and the City, where they really mashed up all the different trends together. But when you own it with confidence, everybody wants to know who you are. Right, ladies?
Yes. Carson, you look terrific. Terrific.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Carson.
She's serving it.
The hat is good. All right, our next model is Karen. Karen loves to go to the beach, and she skinny dips on her birthday every year.
See, and she's a power executive. And I love this. This is Anne Klein. They're separate pieces, but we put it together as a suit. Notice we're accentuating that hourglass waist with the belt that you saw. She's got the clutch so she can go straight from day to night. Glasses.com on the eyewear, so she's smart and sexy. And once she pulls those off, it's that sexy secretary look that men love, right?
And fashionable.
Gorgeous woman.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
And our last model is Ramona, who loves and is obsessed with shopping for bargains.
Yes, and you know, she's wearing a skirt. Remember skirts?
I do remember skirts.
So certain ladies don't know this of a certain age, but these are skirts. So it's a short and a skirt together.
Remember they used to call them culottes back in the way back then.
Oh yeah, you're going way back. And I love this Rachel by Rachel Roy. The blouse has the chain detail on the top. And we put the tights on because we're moving into fall. But notice the camouflage, we're not going literal. We're mixing it together here.
Right.
With the Masai necklace, yeah?
This is really good.
Good,
Thank you for showing us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ramona. Everybody, this is our friend Lloyd Boston. Oh, all you models, come on back up for your final looks. They look fabulous.
Don't they? Take your time, ladies.
For more
Take your
information
time.
on these looks, go to wendyshow.com. And please, don't forget to get a copy of Lloyd's book. It's called The Style Checklist, and it's in stores now. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Do you ever watch the after show? If you go to wendyshow.com, you watch it sometimes? It's as good as the regular show? It's pretty entertaining. What I do is I go in my office, so it's like behind the scenes. Sometimes I'm removing my eyelashes, I'm back in my leggings and Uggs, I'm on my way to Jersey. Sometimes we take a field trip out to the street. I'll catch a cab or go across the street to the other Wendy. Anyway, the after show. Go to wendyshow.com, and also it's on my YouTube channel as well. So I do the after show right after the show. I want to thank my guests today. It's always fun to catch up with Sandra Bernhard. Also, Lloyd Boston, I trust him implicitly when it comes to fashion. Thank you so much, Lloyd, and my co-host, my fabulous studio audience. Thank you so much for being here today. Tomorrow, everyone, the always outspoken Reverend Al Sharpton is coming to talk to us. Plus, we're going to give another deserving breast cancer survivor a fabulous head-to-toe makeover. And of course, all the latest juicy, juicy hot topics. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.